I stand here today because there's something I need to share, something that has been building inside me for a long time. It's not just an idea or a fleeting thought. It's a feeling so immense, so all-encompassing, that words alone feel inadequate. And yet words are all I have to begin painting the picture. I have something huge for my love, something that goes beyond the ordinary, something that carries the weight of every heartbeat, every shared glance, and every quiet moment that has quietly but profoundly shaped us. It's not about the grandeur of an object or the spectacle of a single moment. It's about the gravity of meaning, the depth of intention, and the way one act can encapsulate years of care, dedication, and unwavering devotion. From the very beginning, love has been this extraordinary force that propels us forward, that challenges us to be better versions of ourselves, that inspires us to take risks we would never have considered and to dream in ways that feel almost reckless but beautiful in their audacity. Love is more than a word. It's an energy, a catalyst, a force of nature that doesn't just live inside us, it reshapes the world around us. And when you find someone who ignites that force in you, who makes you want to move mountains and reach beyond what you thought possible, you realize that ordinary gestures no longer suffice. Ordinary words cannot carry the weight of extraordinary feelings. That is why I knew, deep in my core, that what I am about to share had to be huge. We live in a world where people are often told to contain their feelings, to measure their affections with practicality, with caution, with a kind of invisible restraint that whispers, "Be reasonable." But love has never been reasonable, and those who dare to pursue it fully, without compromise, know that it requires boldness, imagination, and courage. This is the kind of love I am talking about, the kind that challenges the status quo, that refuses to settle for half measures, that demands the best of us, even when the world is content with the minimum. It is a love that asks us to look beyond the here and now and imagine possibilities so vast they almost seem unattainable, yet irresistible. And so here I am, sharing with you the anticipation, the excitement, and yes, the vulnerability of revealing something monumental, not because I seek recognition, but because love in its truest form is meant to be shared, to be celebrated, to be felt in ways that transcend ordinary experience. What I have for my love is not just a gift. It is a manifestation of everything that has inspired me to become more, to reach further, to dream bigger, to act with intention. It is a testament to the power of connection, to the quiet but persistent truths that bind us to one another, and to the extraordinary potential that emerges when two people recognize in each other not just companionship, but a kind of transformative partnership. As we move forward into the heart of this story, I invite you to imagine the scale of devotion, the depth of passion, and the sheer audacity required to create something truly remarkable for someone who has made every day infinitely richer, every challenge infinitely lighter, and every joy infinitely more profound. This is not just a moment. It is a movement, a declaration, a promise that words alone cannot contain, but that will unfold in a way that will make the ordinary seem inconceivably small in comparison. And so, as I stand here, I ask you to lean in, to feel the energy, to witness the enormity of what love can inspire, and to remember that when something is born from the purest intent, its impact is never measured in size or spectacle, but in the heart it touches, the life it transforms, and the legacy it begins. Because today, what I have for my love is not just huge, it is everything. What drives us to do extraordinary things? What sparks the courage to step beyond the boundaries of the familiar and the comfortable? For me, the answer has always been clear. Inspiration comes from the people who make life feel bigger, brighter, and infinitely more meaningful. And when it comes to my love, that inspiration isn't just a gentle nudge, it's a force that reshapes the way I see the world, a constant reminder that ordinary moments, shared in the right company, have the power to become extraordinary. Every relationship carries its own quiet magic, but some carry a spark so luminous that it awakens something deep inside you. There are moments when you look at someone and realize that they've changed the trajectory of your life, not in dramatic, headline-making ways, but in the subtle, essential ways that truly matter. The way they laugh in the middle of chaos, how their eyes light up with ideas and dreams, how their presence alone can make a difficult day feel manageable, all of it becomes a source of inspiration. It's this energy, this unassuming yet transformative force that gave birth to the idea of doing something huge. It's easy to think that inspiration must come from grand events or spectacular achievements, but the truth is that the most profound inspiration often comes from consistency, from devotion, from witnessing someone's unwavering commitment to living authentically and passionately. When you see a person who embodies the courage to pursue their dreams, the patience to nurture relationships, and the resilience to rise after every setback, it awakens in you a desire to match that same courage, to contribute to their world in ways that are equally bold. My love has been that inspiration for me not only in the moments of triumph, but in the quiet, ordinary days that form the fabric of our lives. I thought about what it means to honor someone who transforms your perspective, who challenges you to reach higher and care more deeply. How do you encapsulate the sum of those countless shared experiences, those moments of laughter and tears, of struggle and triumph, into something tangible, something monumental? That question became the compass guiding me toward this gesture. It wasn't about creating something flashy or impressive to others. It was about creating something that reflects the profound impact my love has had on me. Something that mirrors the depth, intensity, and unwavering authenticity that has shaped the very core of who I am. And inspiration, I realized, is not just about admiration, it's about a call to action. To be inspired is to be propelled forward, to take what you've received and channel it into something transformative. The inspiration that my love ignited in me demanded more than words. It demanded vision, imagination, and a commitment to surpass the ordinary. It's a reminder that when someone brings light into your life so consistently and powerfully, the only appropriate response is to match that light, to create, to dream, to act, and to honor the magnitude of what they mean to you in a way that can't be ignored or forgotten. This gesture, this something huge, is born from the recognition that love is a force that deserves expression in forms as bold as the feelings themselves. It's an acknowledgement that inspiration is not passive. It is active, daring, and relentless. It compels us to take risks, to innovate, to build bridges, to dreams we once thought were unattainable, and in doing so, it transforms both the giver and the receiver. My love didn't just inspire me, it challenged me to dream bigger, to reach further, and to recognize that the extraordinary is always within reach when fueled by passion, devotion, and unwavering belief. So, as I stand here preparing to share the magnitude of what I have for my love, I ask you to see it not merely as a gift, but as the manifestation of relentless inspiration. It is the embodiment of every shared smile, every quiet reassurance, every spark that made ordinary life feel incandescent. And as I bring this vision to life, I do so with gratitude, reverence, and the understanding that the greatest gestures are born not from obligation, but from the profound inspiration that love, in its purest form, provides, because true inspiration doesn't whisper, it ignites, it propels, and it demands that we act in ways that are as vast, as daring, and as unwavering as the love that inspired it. When I say that what I have for my love is huge, I don't mean in the way most people imagine. I'm not talking about size, spectacle, or the fleeting awe of something momentarily impressive. I'm talking about magnitude in the truest sense, the kind that resonates not just in the eye, but in the heart, the mind, and the very soul. To say something is huge is to recognize its impact, its significance, and the way it transforms the ordinary into something unforgettable. And in love, that is the standard we should aspire to, because true devotion can never be measured in conventional terms. Huge is not measured in dollars, in material, or in applause. Huge is measured in depth. It is the quiet, unshakable force that moves someone to act with intention, courage, and vision. It is the willingness to take what you feel something raw, overwhelming, and immeasurable, and channel it into something tangible that honors the magnitude of your emotion. That is what this gesture represents. It is a physical manifestation of the immeasurable, a translation of an emotion so vast that ordinary expressions could never contain it. Huge is also about courage. To attempt something of this scale requires vulnerability, a willingness to risk misunderstanding, to risk imperfection, to risk even failure. But love, the kind that inspires action, is never timid. It pushes us past hesitation, beyond doubt, and toward expression that is bold, daring, and unapologetically real. To call something huge is to say, I am committed, I am present, I am willing to traverse every boundary, to confront every fear, in order to honor this connection. That is why what I have is huge, not because of its outward appearance, but because of the intention, thought, and daring it embodies. Huge is also timeless. It is not a fleeting spark that disappears with the sunrise. It is a force that leaves a mark, a ripple that continues to grow long after the initial moment. When we speak of something huge in love, we speak of legacy, of resonance, of the kind of impact that changes not just a day, but the course of a life. This is the measure I set for my gesture, to create something that will endure, to construct an echo of devotion that will linger, not because it is ostentatious, but because it is real, it is deliberate, and it is undeniable. Huge also embodies transformation. It is about taking what is ordinary and elevating it, about turning small, quiet moments into milestones that matter. Every memory, every laugh, every challenge overcome together has contributed to the weight of what I am about to reveal. And to make it truly huge is to honor all of those moments, to acknowledge that love is cumulative, a series of tiny victories, small sacrifices, and persistent affirmations that, together, build something extraordinary. Huge is the sum of countless acts of devotion, the reflection of years of shared experience, the amplification of connection into something tangible, unforgettable, and life-changing. To call this huge is also to call it infinite in ambition, because love, when it is authentic, is never satisfied with boundaries. It is always reaching, always imagining, always daring to become more than it is in any given moment. It is restless in its desire to inspire, to grow, to transform, and that restlessness is what drives the creation of something truly monumental. It is the refusal to settle for anything less than extraordinary, the recognition that the person you love deserves nothing short of your greatest vision and effort. And so, when I say huge, I am not simply speaking about size. I am speaking about depth, courage, endurance, transformation, and infinite ambition. I am speaking about the kind of love that demands action, that inspires vision, and that defies limitations. I am speaking about a force that cannot be contained, measured, or reduced, because its significance is felt, not counted. Huge is not just a word. It is a declaration. It is a promise. It is a challenge to the world to recognize that some feelings, some connections, some acts of devotion cannot be modest or restrained. They must be as vast, as daring, and as boundless as the love that inspires them. And that is why what I have for my love is huge, because it is not merely a gesture, it is everything. Every extraordinary gesture begins with a journey, a path that is rarely linear, often filled with unexpected challenges, but always rich with purpose. The journey of planning something huge for my love was no different. From the very first spark of an idea, I realized that what I wanted to create could not be improvised, could not be rushed, and could not be anything less than a reflection of the magnitude of feeling that inspired it. Planning became not just a task, but a process of devotion, an exercise in patience, precision, and imagination, where every decision mattered because every detail was a testament to care, attention, and love. When you embark on something monumental, you quickly discover that the journey is as meaningful as the destination. Every step, every obstacle, and every late-night calculation became part of a narrative about commitment, intention, and the willingness to push boundaries. There were moments of doubt, times when the scope felt almost too ambitious, times when the obstacles seemed insurmountable. And yet, those moments were not failures, they were opportunities to test resolve, to refine vision, and to remind myself that when the motivation comes from love, nothing is truly impossible. Planning became a labor of devotion, a way to transform abstract inspiration into tangible reality, a bridge between desire and action. It is in the planning where love truly reveals itself. It is in the thoughtful consideration of how every element will affect the person you care about, in the anticipation of their reaction, in the careful choreography of details that, when combined, will create something unforgettable. This is not planning for personal glory or recognition. It is planning to honor, to uplift, to create an experience that mirrors the depth of feeling that sparked the idea in the first place. Every challenge along the way was an opportunity to innovate, to imagine new possibilities, and to ensure that the end result would not only meet expectations but surpass them in ways that feel effortless, natural, and yet profoundly moving. What made this journey remarkable was the realization that planning for something huge requires a mindset that is both audacious and meticulous. It is audacious because it dares to imagine the extraordinary. It is meticulous because it recognizes that even the smallest details carry weight. That love is experienced in the subtleties as much as in grand gestures. From conceptual sketches to mental blueprints, from calculations to careful timing, every element was an act of devotion, an affirmation that the gesture must reflect not just scale, but meaning. And meaning, I realized, is found in the intersection of effort, intention, and imagination, the point where your heart, your mind, and your vision converge to create something that has the power to leave a lasting impression. The journey of planning also taught me about resilience. When pursuing something truly significant, there are inevitable setbacks, ideas that fail, logistics that falter, moments when doubt creeps in. But resilience is not just endurance. It is adaptability, creativity, and the willingness to reimagine solutions without losing sight of the ultimate purpose. Every challenge became a lesson, every iteration an improvement, and every obstacle a reminder that what is worth doing is never easy, but always transformative. And perhaps most importantly, the journey revealed that the act of planning itself is a reflection of love. It is in the careful preparation, in the thoughtful consideration of every detail, and in the unwavering focus on making something extraordinary happen, that love transcends words and becomes action. It is a commitment to doing everything possible to honor someone, to celebrate them, and to make them feel the magnitude of their importance in your life. Planning, in this sense, is not a chore, it is an expression of devotion, an act of creation, and a testament to the belief that love deserves the grandest, most thoughtful, and most intentional gestures we can offer. So, as I reflect on the journey that led to this moment, I recognize that the true impact is not measured in the complexity of the plan or the sophistication of execution, but in the dedication, love, and vision that made it possible. The journey itself has been a testament to the magnitude of feeling, a mirror of devotion, and a demonstration that when something is inspired by love, no obstacle is too great, no challenge too daunting, and no effort too small. Because in the end, the journey is not about the steps we take, it is about the heart with which we take them, and the love that drives us to go further, reach higher, and dream bigger than we ever imagined. Now comes the moment that has been building from the first spark of inspiration, the countless hours of planning, and the unwavering conviction that this gesture had to be something extraordinary. The reveal is not just a simple unveiling, it is the culmination of intention, effort, and love, brought to life in a way that transcends expectation. It is the moment when vision meets reality, when abstract devotion takes form, and when the weight of meaning becomes tangible. And while the details of what I am about to share are grand, it is the essence, the purpose, and the heart behind it that truly make it remarkable. What I have for my love is not just a gift, it is a manifestation of every thought, every emotion, and every experience we have shared. It is a reflection of the countless small moments that have, together, created a bond so profound that ordinary gestures could never capture it. And so, when the veil is lifted, what is revealed is not simply an object, an event, or a spectacle, it is the embodiment of devotion itself, a tangible expression of the magnitude of feeling that has inspired this journey from the very beginning. This is the point at which anticipation meets fulfillment, and it is deliberately designed to be as immersive and transformative as the love that inspired it. The reveal is a celebration not just of what has been created, but of the relationship, the shared vision, and the countless ways in which love can inspire extraordinary action. Every element has been crafted with intention, each detail calibrated to communicate care, thoughtfulness, and the audacity to dream beyond what seems possible. It is a reminder that love is not passive, it is active, daring, and visionary, capable of moving mountains and reshaping the ordinary into the exceptional. But beyond the spectacle, the reveal carries a promise. It is a promise that the feelings that inspired this gesture are not temporary, nor are they bound by circumstance or time. They are enduring, expansive, and unyielding. Every part of this gesture, from its conception to its execution, is a pledge to continue building, nurturing, and honoring the connection that has transformed life in ways too profound to quantify. It is a living testament that true love inspires action, and that the most meaningful gestures are those that echo far beyond a single moment, leaving an imprint on memory, heart, and soul. In many ways, the reveal is also a conversation with the future. It is a statement of intent, a vision for what is to come, and a recognition that love is not static. It evolves, grows, and challenges us to rise to higher levels of commitment, creativity, and care. By bringing this vision to life, the gesture serves as both reflection and projection, a reflection of everything that has led to this point, and a projection of the enduring journey we are embarking on together. It acknowledges the past while boldly embracing the possibilities that lie ahead, and it reminds us that the most profound acts of devotion are never finite. They are ever expanding, boundless in ambition, and infinite in impact. And while the physicality of what is being revealed may captivate the senses, it is the underlying emotion, the energy, the love, the unwavering intention that leaves the lasting impression. Because when something is inspired by love at its most authentic and powerful, it transcends material form, becomes timeless, and resonates in a way that words, however eloquent, cannot fully capture. The reveal is a celebration of that truth, that love, when fully realized, is a force capable of reshaping reality, igniting wonder, and creating moments that feel nothing short of miraculous. So, as this gesture is finally revealed, it is more than an experience. It is a declaration, a promise, and a reflection of everything that love, in its purest form, can inspire. It is the culmination of vision, planning, courage, and heart, all converging into a single, unforgettable moment. And in that convergence, the message is clear. Love is immense, love is audacious, love is transformative, and love, when honored fully, has the power to change everything. Because what is being revealed today is not just something huge, it is everything that love can be, everything it can inspire, and everything it promises to become. As we come to the close of this journey, it's worth pausing to reflect on what has brought us here and what it means. From the very first spark of inspiration, through the planning, the daring, and the reveal, every moment has been a testament to the power of love, its ability to inspire, transform, and propel us toward extraordinary action. And while we have spoken of gestures, planning, and vision, the deeper truth is that love itself is the foundation, the energy, and the force that makes all of this possible. It is the reason we dare, the reason we imagine, and the reason we build beyond what seems achievable. Love is not simply a feeling, it is a calling. It calls us to create, to elevate, to push ourselves to levels of thoughtfulness, commitment, and audacity we might never have explored otherwise. When you love fully, you discover that ordinary expressions are inadequate, that words alone cannot carry the weight of your intention, and that gestures must match the magnitude of what you feel inside. What we have explored together through this journey is the idea that love, when honored, demands action. Action that is courageous, bold, and designed to leave a mark not just on the present, but on the future. In thinking about lasting impact, it becomes clear that the most meaningful acts are not defined by grandeur alone, they are defined by purpose. They are measured not by how much they impress the outside world, but by how deeply they resonate with the one who inspires them. Every moment of planning, every challenge overcome, every detail considered, was guided by a single principle: to honor love with intention, and to ensure that the expression of that love would leave an enduring impression. In this sense, what is truly lasting is not the gesture itself, but the heart, commitment, and vision behind it. A lasting message, at its core, is a call to recognize what is essential. It is a reminder that life is short, that moments are precious, and that the people who inspire us to be our best deserve nothing less than our most thoughtful, courageous, and wholehearted efforts. The journey we have shared, from inspiration to planning to reveal, reflects a larger truth, that love, when embraced fully, is transformative. It has the power to push boundaries, to reshape expectations, and to reveal the extraordinary within what we might otherwise consider ordinary. As we look forward, it becomes clear that gestures of this scale are not endpoints, they are milestones. They mark a commitment to a path, a promise to continue nurturing, building, and evolving together. Love is not static. It is an ever-expanding force, a challenge to remain present, to remain dedicated, and to keep dreaming beyond what seems immediately possible. The act of giving something huge, then, is not just a celebration of the past or present, it is a blueprint for the future. A reminder that love thrives when it is actively pursued, intentionally expressed, and courageously shared. And so the lasting message is simple, yet profound. That when love inspires us, it demands our fullest effort, our clearest vision, and our bravest action. It asks us to go beyond convenience, beyond comfort, and beyond expectation, to create something that reflects the true scale of feeling. It reminds us that devotion is not passive. It is alive, dynamic, and capable of reshaping the very world around us. By embracing love in this way, we honor not just the one we cherish, but the better, more expansive version of ourselves that love allows us to become. Ultimately, the legacy of love is not in the applause it receives, but in the lives it touches, the hearts it strengthens, and the inspiration it generates. It is in the courage to dream bigger, the persistence to see plans through, and the willingness to make something extraordinary real. This is the gift we carry forward, the understanding that love is an ever-present, ever-expanding force that, when expressed fully, leaves an indelible mark. So, as this journey reaches its natural conclusion, remember this: love is boundless, it is audacious, and it is transformative. It asks for nothing less than our full attention, our boldest vision, and our deepest commitment. And when we answer that call, when we act with courage and intention, what we create is not just a moment, it is a legacy, a testament, and a force that will continue to inspire, uplift, and endure long after the moment itself has passed. Because the truth is this: the most profound gestures, the ones that